Hello guys and welcome back to Sonic Labs, and today I'll be showing you how I made this epic future based drop in style of Elenium. And this is the first time I'm trying to do something like this, so please go easy on me and let us begin. So for the intro we don't have like much going on. There's this sample that I rendered out of the original pads, and I pitched them 12 semitones up without using the stretch mode, so they shortened to half the length of this pattern, and they were sounding pretty good and dreamy. And I have this rain ambience from Sounds of Kashmir. So this leads us to the next section of the song. For the bridge, which leads us to the build up, I had this simple drum beat going on. And there were this percussion sounds that I slowly faded in using a high cut filter. I automated the cutoff of the filter, and I didn't do much with the sine plug key thing. And for the instruments, I had a piano. So these are the chords that I made, and I came up with a simple top melody. Next, I used the same chords to make the pads. Actually, they were like too low in volume, so I just compressed them and increased the gain. Put a low cut and reverb. And I slowly just increased the volume of the pads to just build up the tension for the build up. Next, we have the same sample from my intro. And then I have this arp going on. At first, it's just muted and it is completely washed out. I used an EQ to cut the highs and slowly opened it up by automating the cutoff. Also, I decreased the reverb mix, so it was going from completely wet to completely dry. And I have this small reverse synth thing. And at last, I have a Reese bass going on. And for the half of the section, I just removed the sub part of the bass. And from here I just introduced the sub bass, so it creates a good variation, and we have lots of sweeps and reverse sweeps. For the build up, there's not much changed, like there's only automations going on about the cutoffs of each thing. And here I slowly introduced the drop chords. I just named them wrong, so that's my bad. So we'll go through them one by one. So from here, the pianos are still there. There's just a low cut automation which takes off the lows as we progressed towards the drop. and I had this orchestral loop that I just recorded, and I automated the cutoff. So this is how it sounded. And I added these claps. Yeah. And as we were leading the song to the drop, I took off the respace. I just automated its volume and took away the entire respace. And slowly I introduced the drop chords. And as I said before, I just automated the cutoff of each element, as you can see. So let's get to the next section. So before the drop, I used some toms to just make a tom fill. Like it just has two shots, two hits. And for the drop, I have basically only three things going on. There's a top lead, there are saw chords and sub bass and the mid bass. So we'll go through each one of them one by one. So this is the lead. And I made it in Serum. This is how it looks. It's just a simple distorted saw lead. So I used a lot of effects to just improve the sound. Next we have the chords. And the funny thing is I only used two saw waves and OTT, some hyperdimension, and I took off the lows. And in the mixer I just did some subtractive EQing because saw chords have a lot of resonant frequencies when you make chords out of them. Also, I boosted the highs a bit to make them brighter. So yeah, I have only one preset for the chords. I didn't layer any sounds. Now for the mid bass, I used Serum again. So this is the first mid bass. So I wanted a gritty bass to be the part of the mid bass, so I used the Monster wavetable. Next we have a distorted saw kind of. No, it's a square wave. So there's this hyperdimension effect going on that makes it sound like two phased out. And we have a simple saw bass. And then we have the sub bass. So this makes up the base of the drop, and this is how they all sound together. So that's it for the synth part. And yeah, in the second section, I just doubled the speed of the LFO, the volume LFO, that is just giving it that pumping effect. And that too I have automated, so it just gets activated at some points and not for the entire drop. So I added that little variation. Next we have the drum beat. There are a lot of drums in this. So first there's a kick. So for the kick I just saturated it, used some distortion and some weird EQing. I don't know why I did this, but it sounded good. Next we have 3 snares and clap samples. There's this clap, then there is the snare, and one more clap. So here I just grouped them into one single channel. I cut the lows, put some reverb, and I distorted it a little bit. And I have this open hat going on. And this crash follows the kick pattern, and it doesn't do it all the time, but yeah, it is following the kicks. And most importantly, before the drop I just added this reverse kick. It's from the original kick of the drop. So this is really important if you want that strong impact for your drop. Next, I already showed you the fill, and for the next section I added some more cymbals. And then there are these sweep effects. And at last I just ended the drop with a simple impact. So this is how it sounds. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and please like the video if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel for more such content in future. And if you want me to make similar videos in future, please comment down below and let me know which type of videos you would like to watch, and I'll make them. And the free FLP for this project is available in the description, so you can grab it and see how I made this. You can dissect it, and I'll see you in the next.